Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me that well. With I'm recording off of my laptop. I don't have a whole big old recording studio set up or nothing like that going on right now. I'm just pretty much recording on the fly. Just decide I want to get this out. So I hope that you guys can hear, or else I'm gonna have to do something different. But I just want to, how, it's like seize the day. You don't want to be waiting. I'm gonna wait until I get I'm gonna get this building. I'm gonna wait until I get this room right. I'm gonna wait, and that day might never come. So it's like you be wanting to get on the ball and just do it, man. You don't want to keep saying I'm going on, and it never gets done. Never. So that's why I just be doing things sometimes. Just do it. Be you, do it. Don't wait for nobody to tell you you can do something or as close as clear. Go now. It's like you gotta hear that silent voice in you that's saying, I thought you said you was gonna do that, Jerry. You should do that. Do it now. Why are you waiting? You keep waiting, someone else gonna have something for you to do. If you ain't got plans, somebody else gonna have a plan for you. So we all need to get it right. Get it straight today. But I'm gonna continue with my book that I've been writing on. The title, um, A Master Boxer, The Way to Mastering Life's Challenges. And right now, I'm on the subtitle, Be Who You Are. The goal is to have a champion mindset. The key is strengthening your confidence, moving forward in life by knowing who you are and who you want to be and visualizing your destiny. Only you can defer your dreams. God is in you. Create a masterpiece. As a kid, I would draw one line on a piece of paper. Then I would create a couple of curves and then a couple of circles. After a while, there would begin to develop a picture. So every line that you draw and cross, you're drawing a new image. Your style of fighting or your sense of being, I'm spitting, is your character, your ego, your creativity in motion, the art of being yourself with no apologies. No one can pretend to be you. There is only one you. In my years of training, studying, and building myself into a super strong human being, mentally, physically, and spiritually, the ability to take action and be able to answer any type of opposition. Mom and dad raised me to a certain point in life. Then you must take control of the steering wheel. It's time for you to start driving your own car. When you truly become an adult, you take charge. You plan out your victories. You save money to purchase items that you would love to possess. You make plans to adventure places you only heard of and read about. You're the top authority in your adult life. In order to take charge of your life, you must be able to read the room, discern from good and evil, make well thought out of definite decisions. You must discern who is your friend and who may really be your foe. You have to question your mission as a human being on this earth. How will you make your money to survive as an individual? Education is very important. I hope everyone understands that anyways. You graduate high school and you may be on the verge of completing a skilled trade or graduating from a university. You must build your knowledge to think for yourself, building your character to be a master of life, never running behind the herd or quacking like the rest of the ducks, being someone who constantly follows will waste a lot of time, hindering you from your true talents and goals. To be a self-thinking individual brings power because no two people think the same. But what a lot of people do is like someone shining in their individual, they love someone who is shining in their greatness. So that is you being you. I encourage everyone to be you, but be the best you. Don't be someone with no morals, no integrity. If you don't know how to, if you got a ghetto accent, man, go and learn another language. Go and do that. Learn another language to help you understand English and those who speak like Spanish or French or something in that nature. People from Boston talk different. People from Texas talk a little different. You know what I'm saying? All over, we talk different. And so when I was coming up, I had people saying something about, man, you talk different. You talk funny. And I'm like, well, but then when you get older, you think like, man, I don't like the way that sound, or I need to practice on this way of presenting myself. Because I want to be able to walk into any room and just adapt. I'm from Michigan. We can adapt anywhere. But, now I'm about to start getting into being a boxer. Learning to become a boxer in the way of a boxer. And this subtitle is Master of Character, Master Boxer. So I begin. The master has a strong mind. The master keeps his or her composure in the face of danger. You must stay at least 4 steps ahead of your enemies or opponents. Loyalty is hard to find. The wrong crowd can be a downfall. So-called friends infiltrate the mind. Those that really are jealous. Someone who felt as though you're always in competition against each other. That person that thought that you had it so much easier because you had both parents, or because you were hired as a well-established company. Low energy individuals come up with different reasons why you had it so much easier than they did. We get older and we're able to pay for our own schooling and education. There's no excuse for not succeeding when it all depends on how bad you really want it. buckling down and moving forward, achieving your goals. With this kind of confidence, there's no way to fail. That is another form of using your will against opposition. Staying aware of all possibilities, the good and the bad. The ability to see your enemies before he or she ever sees or ever appears. Foes love to criticize. I feel it's a sense of jealousy, envy, and their insecurities. If criticized disrespectfully, respectful criticism is done with a sense of encouragement to improve and continue to be free in your aspirations. I don't live to dislike people. I actually enjoy the world of different people, but when there is a discrimination or bigotry, I must secure myself and others from bullies. The coach must be at practice every day unless there's a major excuse. The students must be able to reach their coach as a mentor, a big brother, or even that guidance as a guardian. The students look up to you as the one that has their shit together. The coach that imitates as the mastermind of a team of successors ought to be dedicated to the betterment of his or her community or participants. How can the students build confidence in their new learned ability if the coach isn't dependable? A coach must be well versed in the strategies of any competitive sport. The coach comes to a trainer with complete sincerity and confidence that the trainer will help build the fighter into a winner, with the student listening to the tutelage of the coach. If you have a coach that just shows up for the game, the coach is just throwing you in with the wolves to get ripped to shreds. First of all, find a coach that is serious about boxing and very knowledgeable about the sport and its history. A lot of coaches and trainers get into the sport just for the sponsorship and money. Most gyms are ran by one coach or one sensei. Confusion and animosity presents itself with multiple coaches because their egos begin to clash. The resolution of this misunderstanding is checks and balances of power. One must be the head. He or she must announce his assistant. After coaches, second is establish additional coaches are positioned to benefit the fighters in particular attributes needed in combat sport. This format of a coaching staff is the concept of a collegiate or military organization competing in combat sports. Most independent boxing gyms come from an individual who experienced character building situations in their own personal life. One who wants to mentor the youth in the community. This principle is like a minister at a church preaching powerful words to the congregation. There's one king and one queen in the household. There's only one business owner to a business unless there is a partnership equally agreed in a contract. The ability to detect a host of positive or negative energy, the discernment of friend or foe, giver or taker, the master is always willing to teach and mentor, but refuses to teach to evil or to relinquish his skills to evil. There is a connection between the fighter and the trainer. When the trainer speaks to a fighter, the trainer is speaking into the fighter's soul. The student, through repetition, hears his or her trainer speaking direction, and he or she trusts the teacher or sensei words. The student trusting the trainer's guidance is victorious. The insult of a coach with less knowledge has his fighter trained with a coach with more knowledge and experience, then expects to retrieve the fighter and pose as the teacher of that fighter. Fighters that fall for this type of manipulation fall short because the true teacher speaks to the fighter's soul and heart to heart connection. The fighter trusting the teacher's knowledge and understanding will bring winning results. A fighter sets themselves up for failure when accepting part-time support as explained. The teacher's super abilities are signature moves embodied by the mastering of him or herself. Styles make fighters, right? A true artist's work can never be plagiarized. The original is always better than the copycat because the original knows how things function internally as well as outwardly. The original knows the history of their gifts and talents. The originator also knows the struggles of perfecting their craft. The true master may be suppressed by the politics of the sport, but in combat, the originator shows his or her superiority over many who pose as fighters. Can the fake keep up? Original talent that has been learned through years of experience, training, and dedication. Walking as a master with an art that cannot be mimicked or confiscated. Many may try to duplicate it. I know the skills that I possess are a combination of many champions, from Jack Johnson to Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Prince Nassim Hamed, Lennox Lewis, and our Michigan native Floyd Mayweather. I must acknowledge my old coach, Joe Bird's son, Chris Bird, a heavyweight champion of the world. I did not get in this game with a silver spoon. I learned the hard way with no guidance. In the boxing game, I always tried to watch out for the slave hustlers as being a black man. Coming up in the fight game, I was always thought of that scene in the Django movie where the two black slaves were fighting to the death for beer and women. I refuse to fall into that category. I felt this way because when I first started boxing, there were no boxing gyms in Saginaw, Michigan. I had to go up north to Bay City, where there was an overflow of Caucasians and very few blacks. Finding out in the future that it didn't matter what color you are. They were trying to use fighters just for body count. The coach and I got hold up. The coach I got at the beginning, I train pretty much myself. Training in the sport of boxing. It was little to none. Most of my experience was from street fights. I got a pointer here or there, but I did not have the best trainers in my amateur career. I got a lot of training from bouncing from gym to gym, sparring in different regions of the state of Michigan, while preparing for competition of amateur Golden Gloves and also when I was boxing professional bouts. At one point, I wanted to be recognized as a champion. I realized I must recognize myself as the champion without everybody kissing my ass. There's a lot of stipulations to be recognized as the champion. God put me in position to be a champion of many things. Which talent will I be recognized for? I will continue to push forward because my goal is to live in longevity, prosperity, and in good health. I took pointers from Bruce Lee. My form of fighting is offbeat, always changing directions to confuse my opponent, almost creating an illusion like a magician, and then to attack. My form of fighting cannot be learned overnight. Like I've mentioned, it took years to perfect my art and years of disappointment. There is a relationship between fighters and the coach. And I do not believe there should be 2 or 3 head coaches. And as far as that, I think that the main coach should be coaching the fundamentals as well as mentorshipping. The coach should be a good role model, giving those under his tutelage a good example to follow. Women fighters, a man cannot teach you how to be a woman, but a man can teach you how to be tough and strong. The coach directs the fighter in the corner, but how do you know what the car can do if you can't understand what's going on with the motor? How can a coach try to step in and take leadership of a fighter's corner if they haven't been there? Practice does count. How can a coach feel confident in the fighter without dedicating their teachings? The relationship between a fighter and their trainer is a sacred connection. The coach is the master and is mentoring life and death skills. The kind of skills that help you flourish in life, not just in combat sports, but also in intellect. The teachings of a master helps many men and women to succeed in life, pushing forward to be confident and never give up. Having a kind heart, in other words, assist in your unstoppability. Having a sense of empathy giving to the needy, defending the weak from the predators. My heart has been taken by the arts of self-defense. I have studied for 20 plus years from the arts of Taekwondo to Jeet Kune Do, boxing, and MMA. My favorite is boxing, the art of hitting and not getting hit. Constant practice through the years of blood, sweat, and tears, pushing myself and elevating to a level where you feel healthy and will feel at peace, constantly gaining knowledge through life's experience. The talents that you have possessed through the many years on this earth hides the fortune within you. This is the key to success in one's life, using what is already within you. That's why I titled this book, The Master Boxer, Master Character of Oneself. A boxer must be a master of conducting himself or herself in a prestigious form, the way of a true gentleman or nowadays a strong lady. Who do you wish to be and what do you wish to become? You shall be what you want to be. And that's going to be the end of that subtitle. Let me get back to the title. That subtitle, Master Character, Master Boxer. So, I'm going to sign off with that. I read almost 30 minutes, So, I'm going to be out for the day. You guys, take that verse there and just, hey, if you can use it, use it. If you can't use it, hey, put it to the side. But we pushing forward, baby. We trying to make strong men and strong women all day. That's what I want to come in contact with. I don't want that argumentative woman, but I want them to be sure who they are, and I want the men to be sure themselves being strong and positive. The insecure be the ones who out just trying to be combative all the time. They weak, so they whining and shit. The men and the women, they gotta prove a damn point. Prove me by doing good. Do the right thing for the youth out here. Raise men, raise women, So, you guys, I'm gonna be up out of here. This is Justice JLB Boxing and Wellness Academy, and this is Coach Jerry, and I'm giving you my my teachings, my my life's experience, through this novel that I'm writing, I'm reading at this time, and we'll get back to the training of the boxing, and I will demonstrate because we're going to get to some of the other subtitles of my book here, and I will demonstrate some of the hitting of the bags when I get to that point. But this point I'm reading and I'm just going to share with you guys, because we all gotta we gotta sharpen each other. We iron sharpen iron. We getting busy, baby. Strengthening in each other. So I'm out of here. Them peace sign, baby. And y'all stay up. Keep on pushing forward. Peace.